And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. It is Thursday, already May the 7th, as we move along. It's chillier this morning. I don't know if you stuck your front toe out the door yet, but in the 40s this morning, about 46 right now. And over the weekend, possibly a little bit cooler than that. We'll take a look at that in just a moment. Good morning. I hope you're feeling well. Your day is starting off great, no matter if you're looking at it today, this afternoon, whichever the case may be. But welcome to Scotty Ray's Morning Weather as we do our very best to keep you informed of what's going on, some local events, and always the weather. When it turns rough, come to me, and we'll let you know what's exactly going on. As we go to radar this morning, it is absolutely clear. Your forecast being brought to you by EMEPA, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative. As we look at this, clear. No rain in the south whatsoever. We got to go, let's see, up toward Kansas, west of Wichita, before we get into any showers that are happening out in New Mexico. They've got some fire warnings, and then you get up in Kentucky, Louisville area. We've got some frost around Nashville, and then you get into freeze warnings on up into Ohio and those areas. So not us. Our area is doing quite well. As we turn to that forecast for today, I expect it to be sunshine everywhere and 74. Not quite as warm as it's been being. Tonight, 54 for our low, but clear. Now, rain will move in tomorrow. If you've been thinking, hey, I need some for my garden, it is on the way. So expect that 90% chance of showers to roll in tomorrow. That high, let's see, is going to hit right around 76, but expect it to be gusty tomorrow. 30-mile-an-hour gusts with that rain. It'll do the same into tomorrow night. 30% chance of rain. All that will end by 10 p.m. That's good, but we'll have those 20-mile-an-hour gusts as well, low around 45. As you look into the weekend, Saturday night, looks like we'll get down into the 40s, 43. So extremely nippy then. We'll give you a look at that extended forecast coming up in just a few moments and get into what will happen over the weekend and on into next week. But prepare. We have rain coming tomorrow. If you've planted a garden, it's really going to treat you good, isn't it? Anyway, again, thanks for being here. As we start looking at local news or national news, rather, I think is more the word that I'm looking for. We start out with Joe Biden. Do voters believe Joe? 37% believe that he's telling the truth. 32% said no, and 31% have no opinion at all so far. And what I'm referring to are the sexual allegations, and they're years old. They had to dig deep on that. About 32 years old, of a lady. Her mom did call into the Larry King show. Where this will go, I don't know. But there is starting to be mounting people that say, in the Democratic Party, that say, I don't know about Joe doing this. As we go to our next story, Portland, Oregon. Look at this. I think of Jackie Gleason at this moment. And when Jackie would say, what is the world coming to? They've got National Naked Bike Day in Portland, Oregon. Why? I don't know. But June 27th, they'll ride around on their bicycles and do that. I really, truly don't understand how cities can. Do y'all? I mean, really, I can't imagine anybody doing that in the Deep South. But that's my thoughts. It's just, it's manners is what it all boils down to. So they're going to be doing that. As we move to our next story, now this is starting to be interesting. How many, and I'm sure somebody watching right now, maybe you are a hairstylist, a barber. Still in Mississippi, you cannot cut hair yet. That's not allowed. A lady in Dallas kept right on going with her business. She was in court yesterday, and you may have already seen this by now, but she was put on a thing, and basically what she needed to do was say, I'm sorry, and pay a fine, and they would have let it go. But when she was asked, she said, no, I'm not apologizing. I had to feed my children, along with my employees. If they didn't work, they wouldn't eat. Some of them now are doing without food to feed their kids. The judge put her in jail, hit her with a $7,000 fine. I think it was $500 per day that she was open, and added up to $7,000. Now, the Attorney General, Ken Paxton, is going, hey, let her go. She needs to be out. Then the Lieutenant Governor speaks up and goes, look, I'll pay her fine, and I'll take house arrest for her. Let's swap. So where this is going, I don't know. But the judge apparently wanting to make an example out of her for defying or unjustly doing something of the pandemic. But, her stance is, I had to eat. She's taken a stand. They did put her in jail. We will listen to that. We'll follow this to see how this turns out. But That's in Dallas, Texas, is where all that's going on. As we move on, as I hinted a moment ago, will Joe actually get to be the Democratic nominee? There's a 50-50 chance that with all the allegations, he hides in the basement, that some of the Democratic Party is going, I don't know about this. They're wanting to slide in a candidate to replace Joe. Joe's a likable fella. We'll see how that turns out. Scientists divided on face masks. I know especially if you watch the government reports in the beginning where they were going, hey, wear a face mask, don't wear a face mask. And a study comes out, and Simon Clark, he's a professor at the University of Reading, told the Guardian paper that, the new report falls short of proving anything, that he's not real sure that the report proves that it saves you from anything wearing a mask, while others, on the other hand, say, yes, absolutely. So it's up in the air. But if you'll remember, the government at the beginning told us, no, you don't have to wear one. Only healthcare workers need them. And then they came back and said you need them. So that's it's still just right where it was. This is disturbing, and I don't know all of it. Maybe you've seen this. The whole entire video is on the internet now. A Georgia family, and I can't pronounce this, maybe Hamad, maybe, who's 25, jogging. And the video that shows a young man running down the street, and there's two guys. They're driving a truck. One's in the bed of the truck with a rifle. One jumps out, and they shoot and kill this guy. The people that shot him are trying to say that he was a part of a robbery or something. We don't know any of that. All we see is that video to where they gun him down. It's just like what you night hunting, basically, is what it looks like. Riding in the back of a truck, you shoot a deer, and they shot and killed him. Is there more to the story? I don't know. But it was in a neighborhood. His family says that he was just out for a jog and was murdered. He was shot and killed. There's no doubt about that. But it's sad either way, and I'm not going to show anything like that. It's pretty rough to watch, but that's where it is. We'll see if there's more details that comes out of this case out of Georgia. Facebook, as you see it all the time. I'm in Facebook jail, or I just got out of Facebook jail. They've put up 20 people to be what they're calling the Supreme Court of Facebook, Instagram, to decide cases of what's wrong, what you can do, what you can't. So, getting serious at Facebook, isn't it? And finally, in our last story this morning, Bret Favre is already sent $500,000 back to Mississippi, and this is going back to what we mentioned earlier in the week, where he received money that he never spoke at. He's returned that money to the state. So we'll see if everybody calms down and his name gets taken out. He was never named in the lawsuit whatsoever, but it was his name was brought up. And I'm sure that didn't make Bret feel good at all about that. It sounded as though he had done something wrong, and though he didn't. So that's your news story this morning. Hey, I mentioned earlier this week about my cell phone. You remember my hoopty cell phone that had the broke screen that I was down to the ancient iPhone 6, where kids kept telling me, asking me why my phone was so small? Well, it was laid to rest yesterday. It just quit on me, and I had to go buy a new one. Have you bought a cell phone lately? It's ridiculous. This thing was, this was the cheaper iPhone 11. By the time you get the case, $850 out the door. I feel like I was robbed. I don't think my first car cost that. Really? $850 for a phone? I remember when cell phones started. Y'all remember the bag phones? Am I telling my age or something here? I don't know, but that's expensive for a phone. So I am into the new age. I now have a new phone, and I should be able to get good text from now on. All right, let's go back over and take a look at the extended forecast. As we've got the extended forecast into the weekend, we got sunshine on Saturday and Sunday, 66, 76. On into next week, the highs will start going back into the 80s. But again, look at that low on Saturday night, 42. It'll be chilly Saturday night. Now, again, our next chance of rain is going to come in tomorrow. It will blow in with a 90% chance of showers tomorrow morning. And will be gusty, 30-mile-an-hour gusts most of the day. Through about 10 p.m. tomorrow night, we've got rain chances. It decreases after the daytime hours, but still going to rain, so expect that to happen on your gardens. Number one, I want to say thank you for spending part of your day with me. Thanks a lot. I want to say thank you to the sponsors that make this happen each day, the good folks over at SMI Automotive. You can drop in and see Joe. Right down the road from there, you can bump into Graphics Guru. If you're needing the canvas portraits, anything like that, if you're needing a banner made, lettering put on your truck, drop in and see Zane today. They're on B Street there at Graphics Guru. EMEPA, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative, of course, all that great lighting I got here is happening through them. Along with Patrick Allen, Storm Ready Shelters. If you're needing to get sheltered, they do it. Also, Piggly Wiggly of Collins for all those groceries you need. Rick Justice Automotive on North Frontage Road in Meridian. See Tom for all those cars. And Allen at Hooper's on 22nd Avenue. Really good folks. If you need a TV, a computer, anything like that, wires, they got all that stuff there for you at Hooper's. Again, thank you for being a part of this. Like and share my page. All you have to do is go up to your, if you're on my page, go up and click invite. Let your friends know about this. The weather will turn bad again. It won't always be sunny, will it? Again, thanks for spending part of your day with me here at Scotty Ray's Morning Weather.